Welcome back to the Abundant Harvest Homestead. I'm Papa Pepper. The sheep are happy to see me. But in this video, I have something rather dangerous going on. I know I'll probably get some comments about making sure to be there for my wife and children. I completely understand that, and that's one of my top priorities. Howsoever, there also is a time when calculated risks can be taken to bless others. And in this video, I'll let myself set it up from that day. This was filmed a little bit ago. But the point is, there was an amazing situation that took place by the end of this whole thing. I'll share that kind of at the conclusion at the end. But I was driving home just in awe and completely like dumbfounded. Just like, wow, it was so amazing to reflect on everything and realize exactly how everything went down and how it all occurred. And it was a huge blessing to realize kind of what our actions actually meant in this context. So definitely appreciate that. And then I'll also probably put the link to the people we were helping in the pinned comment. This is one too where my primary goal that day was to take care of a certain task. It was a secondary goal to attempt to make a video. A lot of things never get made, but as someone who puts out videos on a regular basis, if I do something on a day, I try to make a video out of it. They don't all work. There's not always enough coherent footage to put together to make an actual video people are going to enjoy. So I'll interject some commentary in here periodically, but know that that's kind of why a lot of stuff may be kind of missing. You know, all the work that I did is not video recorded. Some of it is, and it'll make sense by the time you guys get through it though. So enjoy the show. Well, welcome back to the channel. I'm Papa Pepper, but I'm not at the Abundant Harvest Homestead today. I actually came over to help some friends. I've got something to deal with that's gonna help me reach new heights. I don't like heights, but somebody's got to do it. So I'm gonna head up in some trees and clear a path for a building to come through here. Pretty much a shed, for like a shed to house conversion. And while I'm working on that, there's something for the little peppers to do, and they get a bonus if they do a good job. So I'm gonna show you what they're gonna do, show you what I'm gonna do, and then we're gonna get to it. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. The wind ebbs and flows here. They just picked up this property, nice place. They got a good amount of animals, but they also inherited some stuff when they picked it up. Past these sheep and goats and chickens, there's a big pile of wood that's gonna need to be moved. And it's gonna be put up over here where these beautiful looking birds are, next to this calf, right up over here. And there's another one over here that they're also going to need to move. Now there could be snakes, lizards, salamanders, who knows what's down in there, and there might be some worms, which would be cool because if they get this done, then they get to go fishing in a pond here that supposedly has fish in it. They just bought this place, everything that they got is hearsay, but it's up over that hill, and they're going to try to get some fish out of it because there may be a bunch of catfish in there that these guys really don't want in there. They want some panfish and bass and other stuff, so the little peppers are going to see what they can do about that. Meantime, oh, show me, baby. Meanwhile, I'm gonna head up into these trees and try to clear all the way down the driveway a 14-foot high clearance for that building to come in and eventually be parked up between those trees behind me. So we're gonna see how this goes. So we're moving the dog so I don't drop no branches on it. You guys think you can get those piles of wood moved?
Yeah.
Do you think you can catch fish after it? Maybe. Okay, see what you can do. I'm gonna get up in the trees. I've got to jump in here and let you know I am not a fan of heights. I borrowed some tree cutting, pruning, climbing gear from a friend of mine, and this is the first time I wore the spikes, the little gaffs on my feet. First time I used a rope, you know, wrapped around the tree with the spikes to move up the tree. Crazy feeling to be just kind of standing off the side of a tree, hands free. Took me a while to get used to. And then some of these too, to clear 14 feet down, some of the branches hang down. So I had to go like 20 feet up to actually be cutting a branch that would be coming 14 feet down, which was crazy. Not, you know, a peaceful, easy feeling by any means, but it had to be done. Somebody had to do it, and I'll get more into that why in a bit, but enjoy the footage for what it is. Had a GoPro on my head, trying to work cautiously and carefully. You know, my first priority is to do things safely, to get the job done, and then hopefully to record something, you know, as well. So, you know where my focus was at. This is exactly what I thought was going to happen. The kids beat me. I've got a big pile here of down stuff. A lot of stuff cleared, but I got a ways to go out towards the road. And over here, the children pretty much picked everything up. Hey, monster truck! So we'll do a little more organizing later, but they got everything on a nice pile here, nice pile there. Everything by that building's cleared, everything over by the tree is cleared, and all the rotten stuff is put there by the fire pit. Get these last couple metal pieces out of here. You want to go fishing?
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna get the kids set up for fishing. I'm gonna leave them up there to be careful. And, oh, okay, yeah, I'll leave them in then and check some things out and see if they can catch some stuff. And I'm gonna try to finish up the rest of these trees here while I can still see, and then clean up my mess. Interesting looking pond, and they have no idea what's in it. So we're gonna see if we can find out. A good 20 feet of weeds to get out to the middle. So I'm gonna hopefully be able to have the kids cast out there, and then when they get something reeling fast so they're not getting tangled up in all these weeds, we'll find out. We'll throw some sinkers, some crawlers on the bottom, see how that works.
Look, you have on this cheese. So you have this little one. Whoa! What is that?
Bluegill. And we're in the weeds. Oh hi. Kids, if you try bringing them into these weeds, pull them high. It's gotta be a bluegill. Oh man. It is definitely going down. Maybe it's a sunfish. Oh, there we go. Beautiful fish though. I don't know if they'll be able to catch any catfish because these guys will probably grab them before they get there.
Mine have better luck to go on that peninsula.
I was looking at that and casting out this way. Huh. Monster truck, if you want to try to get around there. Whoa, keep it at the top. Over the weeds. Whoa, not in the other weeds. What you got?
Bluegill.
Nice little bluegill, you're right. Not bad.
Got another.
Reel in a little bit and lift up, and if you feel a couple tugs, then jerk. If not, let it sit back down. And maybe that moving will make it want to bite. Yeah, see now a fish is biting it, so put your tip low. Go. Oh.
They got it out of its mouth.
Ran out of gas down over there, but I think I'm almost done. The path looks really good, and definitely want to finish before I leave because it's the purpose I came here for. So we're gonna have to go check on those kids, see if they're still fishing or if they got done. The family wasn't able to catch the catfish that they were thinking was in there that they wanted to get out because there was too many panfish. They were able to catch a good amount of panfish. They actually showed them how to cook and clean them, or clean and cook them, which is really cool. And one of their daughters was asking where Pinky Pepper was, because she's like, can she show me how to cook these and how to, you know, prepare them for my family, which was really cool. And the kids had a good time.
So I had a good time, and actually one of the girls that lived there caught her second fish ever. And she was very excited about that.
So there a little girl there, when we went to cut the branches, do some tree work, she was really excited about fishing. She stayed by Monster Truck most of the time fishing, and she was super excited. Her and Monster Truck both really enjoyed the fishing, and they brought their little fish inside. I watched them, you know, go to the kitchen. They were outside at first, and they cut them all up, you know, scaled them. I think their dad even showed them a new tip on how to scale the fish with a bottle cap and a stick. And, you know, her and Monster Truck took them inside. They went to the kitchen. They cooked them up there, and I just couldn't, to see her look on her face, and her to just go through that whole process, and Monster Truck to go through the whole process of catching the fish, you know, scaling it, gutting it, cutting it up, and then bringing it to the stove to cook, and then sharing that with the rest of the family. That was such a sweet thing to see. And our kids, you know, taught their kids how to fillet the fish and, you know, scale them up, and their dad added that extra tip on how to scale them. But it was so neat to see, and I was super excited for her and glad that that whole experience got to be experienced, and our families got to do that together. So.
Also saw a really interesting way to scale fish that their dad remembered from, you know, something he learned before, where you either screw or nail a bottle cap off of a bottle to a board or a stick, and then you use that to scale the fish, which was really interesting to see. I never saw that before, but what a great use of something that a lot of people just throw away.
So fishing was a good reward after all of our hard work, and I really had a good time.
So another thing that was cool is I think their mom has something with gluten or something like that, so they weren't going to use a breading to cook them. So who showed them how to cook?
I did.
Yeah, and I said what you can do is just heat them up with some butter in a pan and keep it covered. And boy, as I was cutting trees, she brought a piece of it out. I just got a piece, but she was so happy, and it tasted so good and really cool to see. And even, I mean, you just cooked up or cut up a couple fish today, right?
Yeah.
And cooked some the other day here. It's a good skill for kids to have, isn't it?
Yes.
You want to do a survival challenge sometime?
Yeah.
Where I give you like a knife and a fishing pole and you have to go off into the wild and survive?
Yeah.
Could you do it?
Yeah.
All right. I think go that way. Like sneak around the base of the tree and go straight up towards the dog. The last one. Yeah. Yeah, you're almost there. Oh, was it almost letting go? now we got a stuck deadfall to deal with. So we're pulling in reinforcements. All right. Yeah. Getting tension. It's getting there. You got tension. Tried to snap that guy off, partially dead, but too much alive. So I'm gonna go up there after it. I'd have rather stayed on the ground and had her get done, but that's not what's gonna work. So I'm gonna climb up there, see if we can't get this guy and have this thing finished right. You're gonna switch. There you go. So, kids caught some bluegills anyway. Monster Truck said he had something bigger on as well. They were able to teach the children here how to clean and cook the fish, which is really cool. And then we learned a trick with a stick and a bottle cap, either screwed or nailed to it, so that was pretty exciting. But I gotta finish this and then we can be done and this place will be ready, and better because we were here. Of course, I left a mess when I'm leaving. The kids left everything organized for their project, but still helpful, so let's see how this goes. So to me, the craziest one about this whole thing is that the original request for help and assistance came in a group chat I was in. Over 20 guys are in there, and the guy, the owner of the property, was like, hey, is there anyone who could help me cut down these branches, because they got to be cleared to 14 feet high so we can bring in this 12 foot wide, 40 foot long shed for my parents who are going to be living there. And he pretty much didn't have a good chainsaw, and he didn't have a ladder. And in hindsight, as I was, waited a minute, nobody really said anything. I said, well, I should be able to do that. I should have the resources available to me that if I came out there, I could succeed in that task. Again, I've never done some of that. I don't like heights, never climbed trees like that before. But as I was driving home and reflecting, it was amazing because out of everyone in that group, I really don't think there was anyone else with the equipment, even the opportunity, who could get that high up in some of those trees. I mean, you'd pretty much either need that climbing gear or a bucket truck like a cherry picker, or one of the trailers with the stabilizers that come down and then they've got the big arm that'll raise a bucket up there. Like, nobody has that just laying around. So I guess in my view, it's good that I offered that, because apparently I was the man for the job at that time. And worked out really well. Obviously for them, I'm not even sure what a job like that would cost if you had to pay someone to do it, but you're starting off with at least hundreds of dollars, so that wasn't in their budget. And again, they're just trying to bless somebody else by giving his parents a place that they could live. So pretty crazy, pretty cool, safe, a good learning time for us as far as me learning some new skills, a new way to scale fish as well. Learning time for some of them with cleaning and catching fish and cooking them, which was really cool. And we got the job done and we were safe. So happy about everything like that. See you next time. Papa out.
Thank you for watching. Ain't that fun?